Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, be who you want to be. Follow your dreams, not other people's dreams. The most important thing is that you have to remember you're only worth as much as you say you're worth. Tell yourself, I am the best. Tell yourself, I can. And never use these words, I can't. Because if you use the words, I can't, you will never succeed. People have the wrong impression about success. Success is not measured on the amount of money you have. Success is not measured on how much money you have in their pocket. Success is measured on, are you happy in life? Are you happy at your job? Are you happy in your relationship? Are you happy with who you are? Because if you're not, you need to change it. No one else. Remember, the words you speak control your thoughts. Your thoughts control your body controls your actions, and your actions become your characteristics.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Before I start this video, there is no honor in suicide. There is none. I remember when Jason David Frank died, people was like, he's a hero, like he could do nothing wrong. People were sad, of course, but people kept giving him a pass for committing suicide. And to me, that's completely wrong. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is for the youth and for people that grew up watching Jason David Frank. I don't want the message to be clear that it's okay to commit suicide. God will forgive you. I don't want that message at all, because that means there's space for people to commit suicide, and a lot of loved ones will miss out on that person. And to me, that's ever so sad. It truly is, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I think it's a coward move. It's a coward move because obviously he wasn't thinking that night, that moment. He wasn't thinking about his family. He wasn't thinking about his friends. He was thinking about himself. People that commit suicide, most of the time, they're thinking about themselves. And I know that's the message y'all don't want to hear, but if they were really thinking about other people, how could they commit suicide knowing that they will hurt a lot of people? And I just thought that was very selfish, especially if you just look back at all the speeches. Like, he used to preach all the time. He used to have a clothing line saying Jesus didn't tap out. So he had the Jason David Frank, like, he never tapped out. So him tapping out, it's upsetting. And maybe I'm talking as an angry fan, because I met him 5 times and it just sucks that I would never meet him again. So I'm talking from anger because he was such a special guy, and now I can't see him, and now none of us can see him. And to me, when he died, the Power Ranger brand died, and to me that upsets me. Maybe I'm just selfish. Maybe I'm coming from a damaged heart, but I still think what he did was a selfish act. My final thoughts is I'm going to have the 1-800 suicide line right there. So if y'all feeling any type of way, like, I'm depressed all the time. All the time. There's times I took weeks off of YouTube because of how depressed I was. There's times I thought about committing suicide, but I'm like, where will my daughter be? Like, what situation would she be in? How will my mother feel? How will my brother and sister feel? Like, I think about those things before I act on it. And a lot of people could say, well, he had a mental disorder. There's plenty of people with mental disorder that never did that before. So those are excuses. A lot of people are going to give him excuses because he's famous and rich and whatever. But I want to talk to all the wealthy celebrities out there. Like, a lot of people love a lot of y'all celebrities. A lot of y'all make pretty good money. At least more than the average person. And I know money is not everything. But if you're a guy like me that struggled his whole life to buy anything, like, y'all have it pretty good. Like, y'all not struggling on bills. Like, could you imagine being evicted? That's the most painful feeling in the world. Could you imagine waking up every day hungry? That's the most painfulest feeling in the world. Waking up hungry. Could you imagine waking up not being able to feed your family? That's the most painfulest feeling in the world. Jason David Frank had a pretty good life. Jason David Frank never really went through things like that. So I just didn't get this. But I get it. If you're not happy, you're not happy. So no matter how much money you make, you're just in that inside. You're dead. You're dead inside. So I get it. But damn, Jason David Frank, you had a life that most people would dream for. I would love if I was a Green Power Ranger in the 90s and I'm signing people's autographs for $50 to $100 and I'm getting paid to fly all over the United States, meeting hundreds and thousands of people that love me. Like, he was an actual celebrity. His lines were longer than big name celebrities when I went to Comic Cons. He was the mascot of the Power Rangers. But my final thought was, the move was a coward. It was a cowardly move. And I pray in some reality, if he had a second chance, he wouldn't do that. But he did in this reality. So I pray for him. I pray for the kids he left behind, his family members, his fans. I pray for him. And I pray that the Lord forgives him. I pray for the Lord to forgive us all, because none of us are good people according to the Bible. We all let him down. But damn, you would never think a childhood hero would do something like this. And that's why the Bible says, never look up to false idols. So right below, tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think it's a cowardly move that Jason David Frank committed suicide? I think it is. I think it is. He let a whole lot of people down, and I can't imagine what he was going through at that moment. But I realized at my age of 37, pain don't last forever. Whatever he was going through, he could have fixed it. He could have got counseling. He could have changed the ways, but he didn't. He made a selfish move that he couldn't return. And I'm out.